1. Ancient mole fossil links Europe and North America, rewriting history. 2. Discovering Vulcanoscaptor ninoti, the 3.25 million-year-old mole fossil. 3. 3.25 million-year-old mole fossil rewrites evolution, Vulcanoscaptor ninoti discovery. 1. Ancient mole fossil links Europe and North America, rewriting history. Discovering a new species can completely reshape our understanding of evolution, and that's exactly what happened with the recent identification of a new genus and species of mole from a Pliocene-era fossil. Meet Vulcanoscaptor ninoti, affectionately named the Campbell's Ninots volcano digger, a mole unlike any known before. Unearthed at the Campbell's Ninots paleontological site in Caldes de Malavella, Girona, this fossil offers an unprecedented glimpse into the fauna that roamed southern Europe over 3.5 million years ago during the Pliocene epoch. This groundbreaking discovery was made by a collaborative team of scientists from the Institut Català de Paleoecologia Humana I Evolució Social, IFES-Circa, the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona, UAB, and the Institut Català de Paleontologia Miguel Crucifant, ICP-Circa. What makes this find especially remarkable is the extraordinary preservation of the specimen itself. It contains a fully intact mandible boasting a complete set of teeth, portions of the torso, and several bones from both the forelimbs and hindlimbs, many of which remain connected as they would have been in life. Such an intact fossil is exceptionally rare among small mammals like moles, making this specimen one of the oldest and most extensive mole fossils ever discovered in Europe. The details of this research were published in scientific reports, under the leadership of Adriana Linares, a predoctoral researcher affiliated with Universitat Rovira I Virgili and IFES-Circa, together with Dr. Marc Furio, professor of geology at the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona and researcher at ICP-Circa. This fossil isn't just a new species, it represents the most complete mole fossil, dating from the Pliocene period, ever found in Europe, thereby shedding fresh light on the evolutionary pathways of talpids, or mole family members. But here's where it gets controversial and fascinating. Thorough anatomical and phylogenetic studies revealed that Vulcanoscaptor ninoti belongs to the Scalapini tribe, a group of moles currently found only in North America and parts of Asia. This discovery challenges long-held beliefs, suggesting a far more intricate evolutionary and geographical history than previously accepted. Dr. Furio elaborates, despite its clear adaptation for burrowing, this mole shares a close evolutionary relationship with modern North American species, such as those in the Scapanus and Scalopus genera. This points to complex migration events and evolutionary developments we simply hadn't considered before. The presence of this mole in Europe implies there were past migration routes crossing continents that are not accounted for in traditional models of mole dispersal. This challenges the commonly held assumption that moles are creatures with limited ability to spread across large geographic distances. To study the fossil without causing damage to its delicate structure, the researchers employed cutting-edge microcomputed tomography, microCT. This technique allowed them to create a highly detailed, three-dimensional digital reconstruction of the fossil embedded in a dense sediment block. Adriana Linares explains, microCT scanning enabled us to examine tiny and fragile structures like the finger bones and teeth with incredible precision, features that would otherwise be nearly impossible to study. This detailed analysis helped us identify unique anatomical traits and reinforced our phylogenetic results, securing the position of this new species within the Scalapini tribe. The fossil includes not only the entire jawbone with teeth but also the right radius, ulna, humerus, parts of the shoulder girdle, metacarpals, several finger bones, fused tibia and fibula, a rare phalanx, and various foot bones. This suite of well-preserved elements offers unprecedented insight into both the functional anatomy and ecological adaptations of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti. Examining the forelimb anatomy reveals significant adaptations for a life spent digging underground. The humerus bone is particularly stout, featuring prominent crests and broad attachment surfaces for muscles, while the shape of the finger bones suggests strong, powerful digging capabilities. But there's an intriguing twist. Since this fossil was found in lacustrine, water-related, sediments and preserved lying on its side, researchers speculate that it might have also been capable, to some extent, of aquatic movement. Linares remarks, while we can't confirm this yet, there are present-day mole species known to be both excellent diggers and swimmers, so it's possible this ancient species shared similar dual adaptations. The Campbell's Ninots site itself is nothing short of extraordinary. Since excavations began in 2003, and particularly at the Ca and Argillera sector where this fossil was found in 2010, the site has become a treasure trove for paleontologists. Located within the crater of a Pliocene volcano and later filled by lake sediments deposited without oxygen, the conditions have been perfect for preserving an extensive and rich fossil record. Thanks to these exceptional preservation conditions, Campbell's Ninots is considered one of Europe's premier fossil sites for understanding the Pliocene period. It has yielded a diverse range of vertebrate fossils, spanning large mammals, small animals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fish, alongside preserved plant materials such as macrovegetation, pollen, and microorganisms. Particularly striking are the complete or nearly complete skeletons found of large mammals like Stephanorhinus jeanveredi, Alephus tignerisi, and Tapirus arvanensis. The latter is represented by numerous individuals across age ranges, providing important clues about their biology and how these animals lived and were preserved. Campbell's Ninots isn't just remarkable for the quality of fossils, says Dr. Gerard Campany, co-director of the site's excavations and researcher at IFES Circa, but also for the sheer diversity of species it holds. It enables us to reconstruct entire ecosystems from the Pliocene with remarkable detail. Dr. Bruno Gomes de Sola, also a co-director, stresses the importance of the intersection of geology and interdisciplinary research, stating, "Without this unique geological context paired with meticulous, collaborative scientific efforts, finds like Vulcanoscaptor ninoti wouldn't be possible." This site is a nearly endless wellspring of scientific discovery. The identification of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti doesn't just fill in a missing piece of mole evolution, it reveals a much more dynamic history involving possible migrations between continents and greater anatomical diversity than we previously recognized. It also underscores the crucial role that exceptional fossil sites play in illuminating the stories of smaller mammals, which are often underrepresented in the fossil record. So, what do you think? Could moles really have had such far-reaching migrations and dual lifestyles millions of years ago? Does this discovery rewrite the rules of mammalian dispersal, or are there alternate explanations yet to consider? Share your thoughts and let the debate begin. 2. Discovering Vulcanoscaptor ninoti, the 3.25-million-year-old mole fossil. A groundbreaking discovery has emerged from the depths of history, revealing a new species of mole that roamed the Earth approximately 3.25 million years ago. Paleontologists have unveiled a new genus and species, named Vulcanoscaptor ninoti, based on a partial skeleton unearthed at the Pliocene site of Campbell's Ninots in Girona, Spain. This remarkable creature, a burrowing mole, thrived in what is now modern-day Spain. The fossilized remains were discovered in 2010, and they include a well-preserved mandible complete with teeth, parts of the torso, and several bones from both the forelimbs and hindlimbs, many of which are still connected in their original anatomical arrangement. Dr. Marc Furio, a researcher at the Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona and the Institut Català de Paleontologia Miguel Crucifant, IFES Circa, emphasized the rarity of such preservation in small mammals like moles, making this specimen one of the oldest and most complete ever found in Europe. The fossil, embedded in a compact block of sediment, was carefully extracted in its entirety during the excavation process. To analyze it without causing any damage, the research team employed high-resolution microcomputed tomography, microCT, scanning. This advanced technique allowed for a detailed three-dimensional digital reconstruction of the skeleton, enabling the researchers to study even the tiniest and most delicate structures, such as phalanges and teeth, which would have been nearly impossible to examine otherwise. Dr. Adriana Linares, another researcher at IFES Circa, noted that this technology facilitated the identification of unique anatomical features, which were crucial for a thorough phylogenetic analysis. The forearm and front limb structure of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti indicates a significant adaptation to a life spent underground. The humerus is notably robust, featuring prominent crests and extensive areas for muscle attachment, while the phalanges suggest that this mole possessed strong digging capabilities. Interestingly, the fossil's preservation in lacustrine sediments and its lateral position raise intriguing questions about its potential for aquatic locomotion. While this cannot be confirmed at this stage, it is worth noting that some modern moles are not only adept diggers but also excellent swimmers. The research team classified Vulcanoscaptor ninoti within the Scalapini tribe, which includes moles currently found in North America and parts of Asia. This discovery from a Pliocene site in Europe indicates a far more intricate evolutionary and paleogeographic narrative than previously understood. The authors of the study assert that the identification of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti reveals a dynamic evolutionary history for moles, suggesting possible intercontinental dispersals and a previously underestimated anatomical diversity. Dr. Furio further elaborated that despite its clearly fossorial, digging, morphology, this mole is closely related to existing North American species from the genera Scaponus and Scalopus. This connection implies a more complex evolutionary history for these animals than previously imagined. The presence of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti in Europe challenges the long-held belief that moles are mammals with limited dispersal capabilities, hinting at past transcontinental migrations. The findings of this research were published in the journal Scientific Reports, shedding light on the evolutionary journey of talpids and emphasizing the significance of exceptional fossil sites in documenting species that are rarely preserved in the fossil record, particularly small mammals. What do you think about the implications of this discovery? Could it change our understanding of mammalian evolution? Share your thoughts in the comments. 3.25 million-year-old mole fossil rewrites evolution. Vulcanoscaptor ninoti discovery. Hold on to your hats, evolution enthusiasts. A tiny fossil might just upend everything we thought we knew about mammalian history. Paleontologists have announced the discovery of Vulcanoscaptor ninoti, a newly identified mole species preserved in stunning detail for 3.25 million years. Found at Spain's Camp dels Ninots dig site, https://www.nature.com/articles/s/41598-025-10396-1. This extraordinary specimen isn't just rewriting mole evolution, it's hinting at continent-hopping adventures that challenge fundamental assumptions about these underground dwellers. But here's the twist: this ancient mole might have been moonlighting as a swimmer too. Now, let's dig into why this fossil is revolutionary. Unearthed in 2010 from the Pliocene-era layers of Camp dels Ninots, a location famous for fossil treasures, https://indiandefense-review.com/fossil-largest-salamander-ever-discovered. This isn't your average bone fragment. Dr. Marc Furio, Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona IFES Circa, marvels, "We've got the complete lower jaw with teeth, torso segments, and both front and back limb bones, many still connected as they were in life. That's unprecedented for mole fossils. Typically leave behind only scattered teeth or partial skeletons. Yet this European time capsule offers near-complete anatomy, making it arguably the most intact ancient mole ever found on the continent." Here's where technology shines. Researchers used microcomputed tomography, microCT, to digitally unpack this delicate fossil without touching it. MicroCT let us study microscopic features like toe bones and tooth roots that physical examination would destroy, explains Dr. Adriana Linares, IFES Circa. This non-invasive scanning generated 3D models revealing groundbreaking anatomical insights, like the beast's shovel-ready limbs. Its massive upper arm bones with rugged muscle attachments scream elite digger. But here's the plot twist that'll ruffle some feathers: this mole was preserved sideways in ancient lake sediments. Cue the controversy. Does this positioning hint at swimming abilities? We can't rule out some aquatic locomotion, Dr. Linares suggests, a radical idea for animals we assumed lived solely underground. While modern moles like the star-nosed mole occasionally swim, this challenges the fossil record's portrayal of early moles as strictly dirt tunnel specialists. Could evolutionary textbooks need an amphibious mole chapter? The geographic bombshell hits hardest though. Vulcanoscaptor ninoti belongs to Scalapini, a mole tribe now exclusive to North America, Asia. So why is it in Europe? Dr. Furio drops the MIC. This proves mole evolution involved dramatic intercontinental journeys and hidden anatomical diversity. Translation: forget the homebody mole stereotype. These animals apparently migrated across land bridges we never knew they used. This explodes the long-held theory that moles stayed put due to poor dispersal skills. Now we turn to you, the curious minds. Does this evidence truly support transcontinental mole migrations, or could there be alternative explanations? And that swimming theory, revolutionary insight or overinterpretation of burial position? Sound off in the comments. Are we witnessing a legitimate rewrite of evolutionary history, or is more evidence needed before we redraw the mole family tree?